It's actually not been too bad at the start of the season. We've won all 3 games. Result. In this one, we've got 2 difficult games. One Rosario Classico Derby, and then we've got a game against the league runners-up from last season. Without any further ado, let's get stuck in. Hello guys, David here and welcome back to episode number 37 of Going Intercontinental here with Newell's Old Boys. As you can see from the screen and you were probably gathered by the intro, we've had a very nice start to the season indeed. We are unbeaten, we are top of the league, we are going well at the moment. We also have our opponents for the quarter-final of the Copa Sudamericana, which will obviously be tomorrow's episode. As you can see on the screen, we're against Aldosivi in the quarter-final, home in the first leg, so hopefully we can get a good result there and push on and go through to the semi-finals. That would be nice. With that in mind, I'll be honest, apart from Velez, I'm quietly confident we can get through these. Obviously, we need to get past Aldosivi in the first place. That's a big task because they are a very good team. But I think we could do it. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to get too much far into it, but hopefully we can have a chance to get through to the semi-final, and then we'll just see what happens from there. But yeah, top of the league, all going very nicely at the moment. 3 victories out of 3. Obviously, you knew we won the first game because that was done kind of halfway through yesterday's episode against Gimnasia. We had Atlante and Zeballos getting the goals there. We followed that up with a 2-0 win over Atletico Tucumán, which was a difficult win, has to be said. And then probably an even more difficult win against San Martin in the league as well, with an 11th minute winner from Martin Benitez. But we really should have scored a lot more. But I'm not going to worry too much about that. In today's episode, we've got a home doubleheader. We are against Rosario in the Rosario Classico, and then we're against Independiente in the second game, all of which happen within 4 days' time of the game. As you can see, a very, very busy first month of this season because obviously we've got the 2 Copa Sudamericana games in there as well. So it's busy. That's basically all we have to say about that. But yeah, before we go into those games, transfer news, because the transfer window has now closed. But there have been some comings and goings. As you can see, we did try to get in Elias Gomez again. He did not fancy it. He didn't want to re-engage in talks. So he is not going to be joining the club. More bids came in for Brian Aguirre. No more bids came in for Barotha. A transfer bid came in for Velasquez, but I immediately declined that, and I'm now sending him out on loan to give him a bit more time to improve. Same for Bacci, although my head of youth development did accept a very, very terrible bid from Boca Juniors, which I then went, do you know what, actually, the only way I can get around this is by offering him a new contract. He accepted it. Happy days. So we're all good in that regard. And there has been one more player join us. We've recaptured, that's the word, Luciano Gomez from Bahia again, the utility player who didn't play too badly last season. I think I was probably a bit too harsh on him if I look back at his stats and anything like that. You look at that, 14 games in the league and an average of a 7.0 and an average across all comps of 6.98 is not really anything you should turn your nose up against. So when I noticed that my director of football was bringing him back in, I thought, do you know what? Yep, that seems like a sensible decision. Lots to cover down the right hand side, and obviously can play in the middle of the park without too much of an issue as well. So yeah, he's a decent signing. Quite pleased with him, and he's Argentinian, so he's not going to impact the foreign squad numbers that we have because we've got 3 out of the 5 that we're allowed at this moment in time. Don't know why I clicked on this screen. I meant to go into the fixtures because let's go and do the game against Rosario Central. The team I'm going to be putting out for this game is incorrect because I've just noticed that Benitez shouldn't be playing because he's just come back from an injury. So we needed, where is he? There he is, Mr. Fernandez to come on and play instead. Give him a chance. Obviously, our model professional. He's the one in on loan by a couple of clubs. I am going to put Benitez on the bench, though, instead of, I don't know, instead of Kazu. Put him instead of Kazu, whatever you pronounce it, because he can play a little bit of the game. You don't want him to play the full 90 minutes because he's not really fresh enough to do so. In fact, actually, I'll go in full circle. I'm going to play him, and then I'll bring him off before the end of the game, and we'll bring Fernandez on. I'm also going to play Aguirre in as an inside forward. But anyway, to the team. Manetti in goal, a back four of Ferroni, Gratha, Aguilar and Andriozzi. The middle, centre of the heart, centre of the pitch. That's the word. Of Hector Nora, who's now back from international duties, this is his first game back, and Belmonte. Do have Torres on the bench. In fact, actually, probably going to do it that way round, and we'll put Torres on to start, and then Hector Nora can come on if we need him. We then have Aguirre, Riera, and Benitez supporting Varela up top. Varela really being I suppose, the letdown of the team so far. I've got to be honest with you. He's not scored in the first few games. I think he's made a couple of assists, but he's not scoring. Oh, tired clearly. Yeah, he's not scoring in the games at the moment, which is, don't get me wrong, I'm not hugely worried at the moment. We've still got goals coming in from other areas of the pitch, likes of Aguirre, Benitez, all of those lot as well. Fully expect you to keep your run going. There we go. So yeah, we're not playing badly at all. But you never know. Cameras are on this time, so you never know what's going to happen. They could all just give up and hide and not really do much in this game. Who knows? This does give me the option, of course, with having Nora back in the team now, of doing the switch where Riera comes back and then Belmonte gets put into that kind of defense deep line playmaker position. Andriotti's already got a knock, and think I was going to bring off Nadalan to fit in Fernandez. I'm glad I didn't do that. We'll keep an eye on that. See, top of the league, level on points with Independiente, but a better goal difference, and I think they're 1-0 up, I'm guessing, because they've just shot up there. Yeah, they're beating River Plate, who are 5th. Boca Juniors high up there. It's the normal ones you'd expect to be at the top of the league. I think there's no one really. In fact, Argentinos Juniors are probably lower than they should be. That's really the only one I can take much from at the moment. Not a lot happening at the moment, though, apart from the fact we are dominating the shots and most of the possession as well. Torres looks like he's orchestrating the midfield quite nicely. Throw in, though, from Ferroni. Throws it to Torres, who gives it back to him, puts the ball into Varela at the near post, and he has answered our prayers. Not prayers, he's answered his critics, sorry, and has scored his first goal of the season. Lovely ball in from Ferroni, that, and tucked away with aplomb by the head of Damian Varela. That's a lovely, get past his man with ease, and nods it in. Keeper can't do anything about it, and that means we are 2 points clear at the top of the table. And I've just noticed we haven't actually conceded a goal yet. I get the feeling that's going to change in this episode, especially because we're playing Independiente in the next one. But that's a ball out. Aguirre's managed to take the man. He's been so good at getting past man. Gives it to Varela this time. Takes a chance, but straight at the keeper. Not a hugely decent effort, I have to say. Andriotsi now with a throw to Riera from Belmonte. Gives the ball, loses it though. Gives Rosario a chance to break. This is a bit of a concern. Do not tackle him there. That's all right. Manetti is there and saves comfortably. That would have been a bit of a concern. Benitez doing his normal, cameras are on, I'm not going to play very well thing. He'd probably come off at half time and think, can we give Fernandez a run out? It goes out to Aguirre on the left hand side. He's got Ferroni on the overlap. He's not going to use him. Gives it to Torres, who's going to give it to Benitez, who takes a chance and it's hit the post. Again, he's answering his critics. He's listening to us. Taking a chance there on the edge of the area. Not a bad chance, but it goes into half time and it's 1-0 to Newell's. Still room for improvement, I think. I really wish I'd gone for the complacency one, but that's fine. Room for improvement is still okay. Half of the team are happy. Let's get back into this and let's see how we get on. I probably do need to bring off Andriotsi fairly soon into this half, especially if it's I thought it was a hamstring injury, not a thigh injury, but not to worry. Give him another 5-10 minutes to see how he gets on. It's not dropping too badly, but I'm going to bring off both of them. I'm going to do some early changes in the second half. So I'll bring on Nadalan to come in on the right, and then we're going to bring on Oscar Fernandez to replace the tiring and not really playing very well Martin Benitez, who obviously is still at the club because we couldn't get anyone in to replace him. Is the honest answer. But I say this every time. Every time I'm on the camera, I will say he's not played very well, and then lo and behold, he goes and plays really well when I'm not on camera. It's really annoying, but oh well. Anyway, we're still 2 points clear. We're actually 2 points clear of Boca Juniors now. Independiente must have given up their lead. There's a chance for Rosario. There's a chance. Oh my lord. Good save, I think. Did it cover the post? I don't really know. That was a little bit scary. Going to demand some more from the lads. Come on, click that. Generally around the pitch, lads aren't playing too badly, which is good. I would like this to be a little bit more comfortable if we can, but a 1-0 victory will still do me nicely. think I am going to make the change I was talking about. I'm going to shift Riera, going to bring Riera off, shift Belmonte back here, and bring on Nora to play alongside. Because as those of you elder statesmen of the save will know, Nora can play the box-to-box midfielder role very comfortably indeed, which is exactly what I want him to do. And we're going to put Belmonte back there as well. There we go. Hopefully, just gives us a little bit more kind of oomph in the midfield with a player like Belmonte sitting back there, and it gives the aforementioned Nora a chance, who's actually shaved his head and is a wonder kid. Wow, didn't realise he was a wonder kid. I just noticed that on the screen. Lovely stuff. Give him a chance to stretch his legs back in Argentinian league football. Ask for some creativity this time. Nothing much happening at the moment. Still shading the shots on target. At 11 shots on target. You'd like to think that we probably should have not played better, scored a few more goals, especially when their keeper's got 6.5. But with 2 minutes left in added time, looks like it's going to end up as a 1-0 victory. I am absolutely fine with that because that keeps us top of the league. I am going to say it was poor. We did need to improve. As you see, a lot of green on the screen, which is what you like to see. Lots of good ratings from the players, but it does mean that we are still top of the league after 4 games. No one with a game in hand can be above us at this stage, which is lovely, lovely stuff. Alright then, boys and girls, Independiente time. Very, very similar team, as you can see, apart from a couple of changes just to keep things a little bit fresh. It's Minetti in goal. It's Kazu in replacement of Ferroni on the left-hand side, with Graça, Aguilar and Nadalan in replacement of the now injured Andriozzi alongside him. He is still fit, but again, he's very tired. He's not like Benitez tired was in the last game, so he's definitely not in the squad for this one, unfortunately. Nora and Belmonte in the centre department. Nora obviously deputising for Torres, who again is a little bit tired, so we give him a bit of a rest. He can come on if we need him. Aguirre, Bottlemore in for Riera, again just switching it up a little bit, trying to keep the guys fresh on the team. Plus, I would hazard to say that Bottlemore's probably been the better player so far this season, despite having not scored yet. Still been playing very well indeed. Benitez and then Varela, newfound or newly wetted goal drought over, is up top. I'm not particularly confident in this game, obviously. Independiente are a very good side. I think this could be the end to our unbeaten start to the season. I would be very, very happy if we could hold them to a draw. I appreciate we're the home team, but I think if we can hold them to a draw, I'm going to be very pleased. We've not really had the best of times against Independiente in the past. So hopefully, apart from that cup win we had about 4 months ago, maybe we can replicate that. That was nice. Who knows? But yeah, hopefully we can get a chance and just try and get a result against these boys once in a while, and really kind of set out our aspirations to be a top 6 team. I do think from the start of this season we do have the team capable of making a push for it. I feel we've definitely improved the squad. I don't think we've necessarily improved the team, but I think we've improved the squad quite nicely, which means we have the ability to rotate a bit more now. We do have the likes of the Noras, the Kazus, the Nadalans are still there. We've got Bottomore, we've got Riera, we've got all of these people who can actually do a job. And it's a highlight now, so I'm going to stop talking. Nora on the ball now, gives it to Aguilar, or Aguilar, I don't really know how you say it. He's going to give it back to Minetti. That was a little bit worrying. I thought he was going to get caught on the ball, but he hasn't been. Gives it to Nora, to Aguilar, to Belmonte. All sorts of playing around going on at the moment. To Kazu on the left-hand side. Gives it to Aguirre, who we know can run, and somehow skips past his man twice, and just unfortunately doesn't really strike it very well. And it goes wide of the mark. But we have prevented Independiente from having a look at our goals so far, which is good to see. Nadalan from the throw in then, but plays it to Belmonte, puts a ball into Varela, who gets a header on target, but Saavedra in the Independiente goal is equal to it, and the highlight's still going, which worries me, because now Independiente are going to break, and they've just gone wide of the target. That was a little bit scary. Didn't enjoy that. Anyway, we are dominating the ball in the first 20 minutes or so, half an hour, I'll call it. We are no longer top of the league, as Boca Juniors are winning against whoever they're playing. And Kazu's now injured. Not ideal, but we've got Ferroni on the bench who can come on for him, so that's okay. Like I say, it was mainly just to give Ferroni a chance to gain a little bit of fitness back. 33 minutes of a game not being played is enough, I guess. It's going to have to be. Belmonte looking like he's very assured in the middle of the park. I'll ask a bit of creativity from the gentleman. I've just seen that said Kazu injured again. It's just clearly not updated properly because that scared me for a minute. Then I was thinking, oh god, I've got another injury in the first half, but we don't, so it's okay for now. Yeah, I don't know who Boca Juniors are playing. We'll see it now. They're playing River Plate. River Plate are going down in games early. Disappointing. Who's stressed? Ricardo Graffa. It's fine. Just get a penalty and he'll get one in. That's fine. That's what he's there for. We shall see. But half time, and Independiente have definitely got themselves back into it. But we now have a highlight for only to Nora back to him. Gets a ball into Varela, who takes another header, and it's straight at the keeper again, unfortunately. And this looks like one of those ones that's going to come from a highlight again. So it could be 1-0 to Independiente here if I know how this game works. It's going to be. He's in on goal. Oh, Manetti with a good save. That was concerning from Graffa there. He really didn't cover himself in glory by missing that header, it looked like. Corner in now. Casasola's come back to bite us in the arse. Ah, damn. They'd started edging their way back into it. It was on its way. Really think we should have been, whoever that was there, should have been beating him in the air. It's a highlight straight from the kickoff, which normally means something good could be on the way. Hopefully it is. Graffa on the ball, back to Minetti, playing it between them. Belmonte to Aguila, to Benitez, to no one. Fortunately, Aguila's there to pick up the loose end. Getting a lot of the ball in this highlight. Back to Minetti, who dinks it forward to Nora. Back to Graffa, who plays it to Aguirre, who's presumably going to run with it a bit now. Gets past one man. Can he get a ball in? He can to Benitez, the back post. Oh, it's just gone over the crossbar. That was close. We're still creating chances, although this is a worry. Independiente with a throw very deep in our half. Nora nods it away though, gets it to Aguirre. Could be on the break here. He's trying to play through Varela. He does that with ease. He gets a shot. Oh, it's just wide. Oh, man. I thought that was it. I thought that was the chance. We've conceded our first goal of the season, and I really, really desperately hope that's not going to be the floodgates opening. I really don't want that to be the case. They're all fired up, which is lovely. We've all got the team in the right mindset. And they're clearly wanting to work for the cumulative goal of the club, which is getting into the top six. God, how much of a manager do I sound like there? Gill got the ball. Graffa on the ball now. He's lost it though. He's been taken over by two players. Been double teamed, as you might want to say. But Manetti is equal to the chance from Marquez. Fortunately, Graffa not really covering himself in glory much there. Typically, Benitez is not playing as well as he could do, so we're going to have to make a change there. It's going to be the old switcheroo. Going to bring Barotha on the left-hand side. Going to bring on Zeballos as well up top, just to give an extra element of freshness into the legs up front, and plus Varela's not really played too well. So our worst three players, I would argue. I can't really say, probably a bit unfair on Kazu because he got injured very early, but still kept the better performing players on the pitch. But anyway, demanded more. Oh, zoomed in at the wrong time there. Meant to scroll up on the fixtures, but Graffa's on the ball. Bit of a wayward pass. Not sure who's going to get it. Manetti does in the end. Comes forward, plays it to Nadalan, who's going to presumably play it to Aguirre. He's going to try and round his man, which he does. He does it with ease. He does it again. Get it to Barotha at the back post. Doesn't quite manage to get it past the defender though. And now Independiente and again, and it's Urzi. He scored too many goals against me, and he scored again, and that is game over. They're out of sight now. Damn. Damn. Look at that. He's run straight through. No one's watching him. And he's going to score that 10 times out of 10. I'd love to know how many goals he has scored against us, because it's been a lot, I'm sure. He's either done that or he's assisted a lot of goals, because he has been always coming up when the little pit things pop up on the screen. So, yeah, game over. We'll go very attacking, see if we can get a goal back, maybe try and push it in the last 15 minutes. I don't think it's going to happen. It's Urzi on the ball again, gets the ball across, doesn't manage to get anywhere. Comes off of Marquez and it just clips wide. Belmonte still commanding the midfield for us, but not really much else coming, unfortunately. demand some more for the last 7 or 8 minutes. But I don't think it's going to come to anything. I think we've left it too little too late. You see, not really the best thrown. He's not really come on and had a good game, to be honest with you. Which is a bit of a shame. Hopefully the Kazu injury isn't too long-winded. But we are going to lose this one, which is a real big shame. We dominated the first half. They started to come back into it, and then we just didn't really do much from there on in. I'm going to tell them the performance is disappointing. I'm not hugely worried. We've got a game next against Sarmiento, which we really should be winning. That's more important to win that one. Losing to a team like Independiente is disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, I just noticed we're down to 20 teams as well. I did not notice that. I did not see that rule change come through at the end of last season. Okay then, well, that's going to be it for this one. Next games, you know which ones they're going to be. It's going to be both legs of the Copa Sudamericana quarterfinal against Aldosivi. So we will see you for that in tomorrow's episode. If you have enjoyed these ones, guys, then please make sure you hit that like button. That'd be very much appreciated indeed. If this is the first time you're watching on this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you tap that bell notification so you can see all the good stuff that is coming out on a regular basis from myself. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's get a little bit of a chat going down there. But anyway, guys, my name's been David. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Cheers.